we're going to be singing Something Stupid and playing it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play Something Stupid along with us. After the song, I'll do a basic tutorial together with a slow motion close-up play along you might find helpful. Final thing, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. You want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then, you want hundreds more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, check out our Dropbox. And then look at our meetup page for our events and come play with us. 5, 6, 7, and... I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. Then afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I can see it in your eyes that you despise the same old lies you heard the night before. And though it's just a line to you, for me it's true, it never seemed so right before. I practice every day to find some clever lines to say to make the meaning come through. And then I think I'll wait until the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and oh, the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I need a trumpet. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and all the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. 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 Okay, now I'm going to teach you something stupid. First off, if you write a song, it's brilliant to come up with a name that you can have fun with like that. It's just fun. What can I say? All right, there are two versions of the song. There's a first page is the version I played. The second page is much simpler, many fewer chords, many fewer chord transitions. If you're a beginner's beginner and you like the song and you wanted to get started and you would have trouble with the first page, then just play the second one. It's in the same key, so you can play along with people who are playing the first page. It's the same song, just a simpler version of it. Feel free to do that. All right, now the strum is a great strum, simple to learn. All it is instead of like a backbeat, like a typical rock and roll strum, the emphasis is on the first, second, third, fourth, right? First and third. So like this. I'm just going to do the G minor there. Just the G minor, the first chord. Right? So first, second, third, fourth. First, second, third, fourth. Except of course I'm not strumming that strongly. I'm strumming quite light. Frequently just one finger. I might have played the whole song on one finger. I don't remember, but index finger. And just a little more solidly on the first, with no gaps, right? It's not, there's no breaks. It's just down, up, down, up, down, up the entire song. So that's pretty straightforward. All right, now lots and lots of chords in that first version. By the way, so I'm going to play just like the first two lines of both versions so that you can recognize that they're both possible, that they both work, but how much more panache the first version has. And not that hard, really not. here goes. So this is the song itself. I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. Right? Second version is, I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. It works, but not the panache, right? The first version has a chord change nearly every measure. Or depending on how you count, it might be twice a measure, but every emphasis, every strong emphasis, it has a chord change just about almost the entire song through. All right, now chord transitions. I'm going to go close here. So the chord transitions, virtually all of them, even if the chord itself isn't an easy chord, virtually all of the transitions are easy because they're sort of like segue chords. They just adjust themselves a little bit. So like from the G minor, I'm just rolling back. See how I don't have to actually move my hand very much. This is from the intro. I'm starting at the beginning of the song, from the intro. G minor to the C. I'm just rolling back. So G minor, C, G minor, C7. I just picked these two up. Hardly any finger movement there, right? And then I'm going to an F. All right, you have to move them both, but you're hardly moving the index finger. You kind of roll it back to your second string there. And here's the verse now. I know I stand in line, right? Just drop one finger down and you got the D minor. Until you think. Now here's how I do it. This is awkward, right? But I do it that way because I already have my ring finger sitting on the third string. I'm counting from the floor. That's how you count the strings. From the floor, this is the third string. I already have my ring finger there. Know I stand in the line. And then you pick up your index finger and slide your ring finger up. That's the A5. And then drop back down to the F. What I wanted to hear was this. Sorry. That's the melody, right? I know I stand in a line until you think you have the time. It's kind of a bass line you're creating. Hear that? All right, so that was the idea. F, D minor, just drop one. A5, you pick up a finger and you slide one finger. And then an F. Your middle finger is staying on the fourth string, second fret the entire time. So that's really your anchor there. And then switching from the F to the G minor, your index finger is the anchor. It stays right there, and you switch two fingers over. Sorry. Oh, I'm wrong. You're actually moving all of them, aren't you? Sorry about that. So from the F, you move your index finger over. It's still the closest thing to an anchor, but you do have to move it over one string to the G minor. And then it's still pretty solid. From G minor, it's back to what we played in the intro. G minor, C, you just roll out. G minor, C7. Okay, and now, second half of the verse, and if we go someplace to dance, I'm dropping a pinky. I know this is like an alternate G minor 6. It is a G minor 6 chord. It's kind of a G minor 6 nobody ever plays. But here's why I did that. Again, what you hear, what your ear hears is, sorry, right? And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance. I wanted you to hear those notes. That's why I picked those chords in this weird G minor 6. But all you have to do, that would be a hard chord if you weren't already playing the G minor. Because you're already playing the G minor, all you have to do is drop your pinky. Right? And then you move your index finger a little over and flatten it. And you got your G minor 7. And now roll it, and you've got your C6, 7. So again, that chord progression doesn't take much movement on your left hand. And we're back to F, D minor. Now, so again, all you're doing is dropping your ring finger, and you've got those. And then second half of the verse. Then afterwards, we drop. So this is probably the hardest chord in the, well, other than the alternate G minor 6. This is probably the hardest chord in the song. That C minor 6. Right like that, right? You see how I'm laying both my fingers flat. specifically the ring finger, has to cover 3 strings. So it has to be flat, and you have to press pretty hard. I'm squeezing on my thumb to get that pressure to make it sound true, you know, make it sound good. But so from the F, I'm just drop my ring finger onto the F7, and now these 2 fingers are already in the right place. I drop that, and I got my C minor 6th. So F7 to C minor 6th, back to F7, quiet little place and have a drink or 2. Now from that, from the F7 to the B flat, the index finger is kind of the anchor, because it's going to stay where it is and just drop flat to cover the first string 2. Drink or 2. And now your ring finger is going to stay where it is so that you can bar it. Alright, so again, F7, from the F, drop a finger to the F7, flatten out these 2 fingers for a C minor 6, back to F7. Now the index finger is the anchor to B flat, and your ring finger is the anchor to a B flat minor. And now you have to pick them all up and find your way to a G minor. Sorry about that. All your fingers are going to have to pick up and drop down onto a G minor. But then it's back like the intro. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like, I love you. Okay. And that's, there is, well, no, I guess there are a little bit, there's only one more section really. The next part is duplicated. F7, C minor 6, F7, to B flat. And now here's the new part. Though it's just a line to you, for me it's true, it never seemed so right before. Okay, so G, all you're going to do is pick up your middle finger for the G7 suspended second. Though it's just a line to you, drop it back down for a G again. And now, yes, you have to pick up all your fingers and find your way to a G7, but hopefully G and G7, if you've been playing for a couple weeks, those are some of the earliest chords that your fingers get comfortable with. So hopefully you can jump to that. Then slide your ring finger up to a C and drop onto a C7, and that's the entire song. The rest of it, well, excuse me, other than the very, very end, the finale, very, very end. I love you. That's how I'm doing the C sharp. You could do it all the way up here if you wanted to, but I like the way it sounded. I love you here. I love you. And then the very, very last one. I love you. And you do a closed G shape all the way up on the 12th fret, because it sounds cool. That's the last one. And because you're playing that last line so slowly, you have all the time in the world to get your fingers all the way up to the 12th fret. That's it. Now I'm going to play a slow motion play along through basically the first half of the song, so that you can follow along with every chord transition I'm going to do, if you want to stick around for that. Here goes now. Again, I'm only going to play half the song because it's going to take so long because I'm going to play it so slowly. But it'll be easier for you to do the chord transitions because I'm playing it slowly. Here we go now. 5, 6, 7, starting with the intro. And... time to spend an evening with me. And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. Then afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or 2. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I can see it in that you despise, the same old lies you heard the night before. And though it's just a line to you, for me it's true, it never seemed so right before. I practice every day to find some clever lines to say, to make the meaning come through. And then I think I'll wait until the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and oh, the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. To the end. I love, last chord, you. That's it. See you Wednesday.